That was the shit that made change.
But
it took a million motherfuckers walking through Washington, D.C. together with their fists in the fucking air saying, we want change right now, and we're not going to stop until that change occurs to make a change happen. Why am I sitting like AC Slater from Saved by the Bell right now?
That is
Nobody knows who that is.
Generational thing. I don't know who you're talking about.
That far back? You don't know what Saved by the Bell is?
No,
Bro,
we do, but that's like 12. A very specific one.
If I'm AC Slater, you're easily fucking Zach.
Again, bro, I wish I could relate. Hey, by the way, welcome back to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'm a little low energy today. Most convenient.
I have influenza. and you know that. I can't get rid of it, bro.
Fuck, Mike is so sick.
It. You could have spit it out.
No, it's too late. My lips already hit the thing.
All right.
Mike is so sick. But like,
damn, you hate to see that.
I'm okay with getting sick from my friends. It happens a lot in this house. Like we tend to just pass the viruses around to each other.
So much.
It's real bad.
Actually, speaking of that, guys, we got a sponsor.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
No.
Ex-controversial. We got sponsors now. Guys, there's a brand new game. It's called Raid Shadow Legends. I have a video here. It's pretty epic. I'm going to play it for you guys. Get ready to raid.
Oh, wow.
It's just arrows flying into monsters, people fighting. More arrows, more monsters.
Dude, look at the size of that guy. Spiders.
This is the most ambitious RPG project of 2019. It's just been released. Raid Shadow Legends can only really be compared with the biggest PC and console titles.
Wow.
It's totally free. 10 million players worldwide.
That's a mobile game?
Yeah.
It looks incredible.
I'm literally downloading it right now.
I have it on my phone here.
I'm getting it too.
I've been playing a little bit.
This is gonna cut into our workload.
They call me Yaga the Insatiable, which is also what I call myself when I'm intoxicated. But yeah, it's super cool. There's a bunch of different characters here. I want to play this video for you. Check this out. Mike, I feel like you're the red guy in the middle.
What games, dude?
Why? I don't know.
He's a devil, dude.
But there's a ton of different really cool characters.
I feel like that's you on the right with the lion head.
Let me go back real quick.
No, that's Logan on the left with the white hair, the white ponytail.
Where? Oh, I don't know. I feel like the guy
you
on the right.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Except he's a little fatter.
That's Spencer,
me.
you're on the
That's
left.
me on the
Yeah,
left.
you're the wizard.
Actually,
Mike's the orc. Mike's the
For
orc.
sure.
That's Evan. That's Evan on the far right.
I like that. There's more than 200,000 reviews. It has an almost perfect score on the App Store.
Holy crap.
And there's a new awesome rewards program for new players. Get a new daily login reward for the first 90 days in the game. Go to the video description, click on the raid link, and you will get 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start your journey.
This is incredible.
I'm downloading it right now. I'm not kidding either.
Same.
I love a good mobile RPG game. No one does it like Raid Shadow Legends. All right. Anyway.
I don't know if you guys have been browsing social media lately, but there's a lot of just subpar things that are happening. Number one being the Amazon Rainforest.
Yeah.
The Amazon Rainforest. I tweeted about this because there's so many. It's weird. There's some thoughts and prayers, some hashtag thoughts and pray for Amazonia, but it's more celebrities, social media stars talking about spreading the word.
Yep.
And I think the word's spread by now. Like we all get it. Everyone's
how much
spread the word.
And how much of the fire did the word put out?
Absolutely zero.
Oh, it didn't work?
It didn't work, actually.
There is value to it. Because
hold on. I'm saying this.
Go ahead. I'll hold on.
It's day. So when I first found out about it, and like most of the media, I think it was already like 16 days in. Right? Like we found out way late.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. And I hopped on pretty quickly and I tweeted like, how can I help? How can I actually do something? How can I leverage my audience to make a difference here? Because I'm not about and this is why I don't speak up often on things I don't feel I can make a change in, because thoughts and prayers don't work for me. I just don't like sending that energy out there because I don't believe it does anything. I like action. And I got some tweets about it. This is a tricky situation. I'd like you to elaborate a little bit about the Amazon Rainforest. And for those of you who don't know, it's burning to a crisp, and what is it? It processes 20% of Earth's oxygen.
Is it 10%?
They're calling it the lungs of planet Earth.
Yeah,
and it's just burning to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've gathered, this is something that we can avoid, right? The forest fires like this, especially with the climate that it's in, they're saying that it's a man-caused fire because of slashing and burning, and the majority of what that slash and burning is coming from is cattle farming,
cattle ranching and logging.
Yeah. So Bolsonaro, the president of Brazil, they compare him to like the Trump of Brazil.
Yep.
He wants to incentivize these natives in the Amazonian forest to give up their lands for a better life.
Right.
That's what he's saying. And he wants, I think it's like 90% of the lands that are taken over by these Amazonian tribes have to be cattle farming. It's a requirement. So the government's requiring these people who are taking over the native lands to produce cattle, and then they're slashing and burning. And the reason why they think that's what's happening is because now is the time of year that slashing and burning starts to occur to make room for the new cattle lands.
They call him Captain Chainsaw. He is so environmentally unfriendly, and it sucks because, being an American, I don't even know where to start with this. I put our magical friend Jed on it, and hopefully, Jed, please give me insight on how I can do something. We talked about going down there.
Yep. We're looking into it.
It seems like it could be a bit dangerous.
I'm down for danger. I mean, listen, I tweeted about it yesterday. I said, what is doing more thoughts and prayers from the right or Instagram stories from the left? And it was kind of just poking at what's the next step? Like, once you share this story out, there's nothing you can really donate to. There's no infrastructure that supports. There's
a few. I'm just, how hesitant you got to be when you're just throwing money at a charity that
you're making bags off.
Yeah,
dude.
like 90. Like what's the percentage of nonprofit that are actually nonprofit? It's like it's high, right?
Yeah, I don't know the specifics on that.
Forests burn and regenerate every year, whether it's California, whether it's the Amazon. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying we shouldn't build awareness for it, but I guess like the question is like, what's the true next step? Like, now that all the Instagram stories are out, I went on the news yesterday to see what that did to the media, what acted as a catalyst or what. They were talking about Trump saying that he was the chosen one. And so it's like, what's the true impact of all those IG stories?
Yeah. Well, I think, obviously there's the layer of awareness. We got past that. Yep. So I think a lot of it comes down to where, to me, it's a little unfortunate because I don't like living in the political conversation space and all that kind of stuff. But I do think to a level, this is kind of, our generation is having to confront, in my opinion, I want to hear what you guys think. Our generation is having to confront these people who are in power that are doing things to compromise our planet and our environment. Yeah, and I think it's forcing us to have to talk about it. We can't not. You can't ignore it. 20 years, 30 years from now, we're not going to be in a position where we can say, just let the people in the government do whatever they want. I think we're coming to this critical time where young people have to do something. I don't think any of us really know what that is yet.
I hate to say it, but I was talking to somebody about it. I'm so cautious with how I put this, but back in the day when you wanted to get things done, you didn't post about it. You didn't tweet about it. You blocked legislators' driveways. You unfortunately burn shit to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And you made the lives of legislators and those in power as uncomfortable as possible until things changed. That included boycotts. That included straight up guerrilla motherfucking warfare in the streets of the country.
I hear you.
I'm not advocating any of that shit.
He's just saying,
but I'm just saying, like, that was the shit that made change.
But
it took a million motherfuckers walking through Washington, D.C. together with their fists in the fucking air saying, we want change right now. And we're not going to stop until that change occurs to make a change happen. So like, yeah, you got 82,000 impressions on your Instagram story, but somebody went off that and went straight to It's Julia Rose's page right after that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the next fucking step? What's the next step?
Yeah.
You've
been talking a lot about It's Julia Rose.
She has a fiance.
Why did you use her name out of all the influences you could have used? So yeah, Mike has been having a little trouble with this girl in the DMs.
No, it's over. She has I didn't know. And the bigger point.
We cannot dodge this conversation, by the way. This is an important conversation.
The Amazonian one?
Yes.
Let's go right back. Let's revisit.
Let's hear.
Instagram models have gotten so good at not putting their goddamn relationships on their page.
And rightfully so.
Because the last thing I want to see is Sierra Sky's boyfriend. I'm sure he's a great guy, but when I'm scrolling her page, like, I don't really want to see him, to be honest with you. And so like, great job to the girls who have done that, but it made it really difficult for me. And so when I saw, what I thought was the girl of my digital dreamland, I didn't know that she had a tatted up really good looking fiance.
Not even a boyfriend.
Supposedly is a fun. Mark Donor told me that.
Do we trust Mark?
I'm gonna go with it. Listen, I don't like stepping on toes. I apologize, random tattooed man. I didn't mean to step on any toes. It's Julia Rose. I apologize for those.
But also,
DMs.
bro,
they were very polite. They were playful as fuck.
I saw the DMs, man.
What, they were chill.
I don't know if I'd want my fiance being playful with the co-host of the #1 podcast in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want that.
That's why I said it. It's over.
My axe is landing. Anyways, we're back.
Bring us back. Yeah.
We're back. Well, what do you guys think? I mean, what do you think is going to happen within the next 5 years, or needs to happen in order to actually start creating some change?
So us young people, us millennials, the users of digital media, we are so good at making noise. Well, let's make active noise. Let's not just talk and tweet like 90 to 99% of people do. I even we talk about the cancel culture a lot. It's literally, it's all just noise. Who is actually out there making change and doing? DOING.
But with the cancel culture, when it comes to one digital person canceling another digital person, it is action. It is action because you could actually cancel.
The example I'm using is this, and I've said this before on this show. Like after Japan, I think we addressed it on the last episode. After Japan, millions of tweets, like one of the most hated people on the planet. When I walked outside in public, not a single person said anything. And so there's a disconnect between digital and real life. And how can we connect those, especially with something like the Amazon rainforest, where like who has the power to make the change besides us as a collective, as the users of this new age of media? I think we need to be a little more creative in the type of noise we're making.
Yeah. Well, I think to Mike's point, I do kind of foresee some, like a somewhat aggressive, peaceful action. Like we actually have to assemble
legal, peaceful action.
We do have to aggressively do it.
I agree. I agree with you, except I will say, I might catch some heat for this. You drive, you're like driving in downtown LA and you see like 10 people holding like signs on a stick, and you're just like, what the fuck are they doing?
Well, that's because there's only 10 of them.
Just like yelling about Jesus.
That's because there's only 10 of them. When it's a million, no one's asking questions. Then CNN has to cover it.
That's true.
Shit happens.
The other thing is, I was talking to my mom about this. Spencer, you're not gonna like this at all.
Let's see what you got.
At what point do you just wash your hands of it, man, and just? Are we in a dystopian world?
Is that what's
happening? Is it over? Like the question is this, guys. Are we fucked? Like, should we really start looking at Mars? Should we really start saying, this is not my view. I'm just posing
Mars
the question.
Isn't even a solution at this point. It's really not.
I'm just posing the question. The Amazon's burning, the Arctic is melting, Greenland is melting, Donald Trump is the president, which could be good, could be bad, depending on your fucking belief system. I didn't say anything. But like
canceled.
But like, at what point do you kind of just like, damn, man, like
time to clock out.
I think it's time to clock out, dude. Like,
dude, it's a good question, but it's a sad day and a sad reality if we do get to that point where people just start diving down that belief system.
Do you think a lot of people are already there?
100%.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are.
I think I said this in the last episode too. By the way, last episode was sick. I think it was one of the greatest with Eric Griffin. Like, watch that episode. It's like underviewed right now, but it's dope. We said a lot of good stuff. I think the majority of humans are reactive and not proactive.
For sure.
And like, until there's that point of no return, everyone's gonna be like, nah, we gotta do something. Mm-hmm. My child has cancer in his lungs because he's breathing in fumes from the air from the Amazon rainforest. And then it's like, now all of a sudden we need to do something instead of being proactive. I think it's a little bit difficult to get people to activate on something that is unfathomable to them until it's happening in their lives.
Yeah. And I was saying that on Twitter. I was talking about how, right now we actually have the chance to change it. In 10 years and 20 years, and if we give up, there's no hope. Like, there's nothing that we can do. So why, think about all the people out there that are watching this, right? If you have kids, or if you know people who do have kids, or if you're planning on having kids, what's the point if we don't pass down a world to them?
Yeah.
What's the point? Why are you having kids? Why are you giving your life to another human being and raising them and bringing them into the planet if you don't even care to make sure that planet is going to be around for the time that they get to live?
Well said, Spence.
There's this quote that, believe it or not, good old Brendan North posted on his Instagram story the other day, and he's quite active about this stuff, which is great. This is a quote by Martin Niemöller, and this is actually in one of the galleys in DC. It says, "When the Nazis came for the communists, I remained silent. I was not a communist. When they locked up the social democrats, I remained silent. I was not a social democrat. When they came for the trade unionists, I did not speak out. I was not a trade unionist. When they came for the Jews, I remained silent. I wasn't a Jew. When they came for me, there was no one left to speak out." Man. And so I think what's happening is there's a lot of people that are sitting around saying, "Oh, damn, in the Amazon?
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, well, that sucks. Oh, damn, the fires are burning in California? That sucks. Oh, the Arctic's fucking melting, or Antarctic caps." Like, no one cares until it's at their fucking doorstep.
Until it affects you,
Until,
bro.
like, even with fucking mass shootings, no one gives a shit until they're at a fucking country concert in Las Vegas with their family and bullets start flying.
Yeah. So what do you guys think it is? I have my own idea, but what do you think is the thing that will mobilize people in this country and the world? What do you think that thing is?
I think if there was a person or a group of heads, maybe like a collective of people, to be orators on call to actions.
Hell yeah.
Just to make it like, and by the way, someone actually tweeted back at me and they're like, here you go. Like, this is what you can do. And I responded, I said, thank you. We're looking into it and seeing what actions we can take. But I think if there was someone who made it very clear what you can actually do, because a lot of people are just uneducated on steps to take here, besides reposting a video that you saw on Instagram.
And I think even more than just like what the steps are, I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to a person that makes everyone, the public, the legislators, feel uncomfortable.
That's
Martin Luther King, in your fucking face, we will not stand for this anymore. This is over.
Yeah.
Or Abraham Lincoln, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
I am ending slavery. And everybody in the South said, like hell you are. And he said, no, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah, you want to get in my way?
Literally. Exactly.
Let's get it, bitch.
They didn't have shotguns. They had muskets.
Well, you know what?
but like who?
Let's go, bitch.
I think the
Ramrod's classic, dude.
I think the bigger problem is, obviously, I think those voices are out there, but unfortunately, we live in a society where there is so much noise, and people are so interested in what the Kardashians are using for toilet paper that no one, it's hard to be that voice that raises out, because now I think when people start to rise out of the crowd, people look and say, look at this corny dude trying to make a difference. Back in the day, when MLK went to make a difference, people looked at him, his people especially looked at him as an icon. Now the icons are Kim K, Kanye, people that like, dude, did you see how much Balenciaga this motherfucker just bought? Like that gets people talking.
One person that I do have to shout out, who actually I just met, we were texting the other day, is Jaden Smith. He is somebody he posted a picture on his Instagram with Boy and Slat. We're big on
no
Boy
way.
and Bro.
Oh, no way. We love Boy.
Slat's the G.
He's got to come on.
I see Jaden as somebody who is like using his platform and using his voice now. Probably one of the best. I think he's really doing it. And I think his age group right now are the ones that can mobilize if there's more people like Jaden using their platform the way it is. And I think that's what we have right here. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the article that came out this week. The podcasting space is now $1 billion industry.
Oh, where's that money? Can we work on that?
We're getting there, baby. We're getting there.
Oh.
But this is what I mean by that is like, this is a space, right? What we're creating here with Impaulsive is a space to talk about this stuff, to actually make a difference.
And we're doing it. And And by the way, like this isn't the first time this week. Me and Logan had a Twitter battle the other day about journalistic responsibility.
I think
that was good. That was a good battle.
It's a good segue.
Yeah, it is.
If we want to talk about it a little bit.
All about that.
Yeah, because I was gonna just a little bit. Let's.
Did you guys see I chimed in at the end?
No, I want to know what you said. I want to flesh this out, because you kind of hinted at it. You said there's so much noise. It is hard for someone to come out of the ranks and preach goodness upon people.
Yep.
And that was the point I was trying to make with Drake. Okay. So here's how the argument started. I said I told Mike that Drake has a tattoo where I think the Beatles are lined up and then Drake's in front of them. And he has that lyric,
really?
I got more slaps than the Beatles.
Yep.
And I was just like, well, like Drake is like better than the Beatles. Bold statement. Roast me if you agree with me or if you disagree with me. Like And maybe it's a youth thing, but Mike had a very it affected him.
Yeah.
It affected, so by the way, there's so many ways to go with this conversation. It's like a plant. Like, I don't even know where to start with it. Number one is it affects a lot of people. This is not a me and Logan conversation. This is an ongoing, culturally relevant conversation that exists, whether or not me and Logan bring it back to the surface, okay?
Which is who's the best artist, or what's the conversation?
The people who... There are two people. There are people who would say Drake is the more important artist, and then there are people that would say, I will not even entertain this fucking conversation.
But wait, I want to make it clear.
Fucking thing I have ever heard in my life.
I want to make it clear. All I said was Drake is better.
Okay, and then
decipher that word how you want. Yeah. Better than the Beatles,
and your words got twisted. This is where it got tricky.
A little fuzzy. Because then Mike tweeted. Or then after that, I said Drake could go down as one of the best artists of all time. That's what I said, and I'll get to why I think that could also be true. But then Mike tweeted,
"Yeah,
Logan said you don't need to do the voice.
Logan said Drake is more impactful than the Beatles." And bro, that's a big word. I would never say that, and I didn't say that.
And then what I said was he came back at me, and it blew up. It made like 3 different pages on Instagram, a bunch of Twitter. There was a ton of commentary on Twitter, and he came back on Twitter and said, "I didn't say impactful. Be careful with the words you use," which is true in a respect. But I also said, don't microsurgically dissect your commentary, because everyone who heard that conversation knew what you were saying. Whether the word was better, impactful, influential, successful. And that was the other thing I said. Take any word you want to use and put it in there, and you're still wrong. Yeah. Whether it's better, influential, impactful, powerful, it doesn't matter. The Beatles changed the world, literally. The British invasion changed music forever. There are people out there who can't decide if Drake's even a good hip-hop rapper or not. There's confusion across the board on Drake. People are like, I don't even know if I like Drake. Is Jay-Z, like, is he in the same level as Jay-Z, Biggie, or even people like Kendrick and J. Cole? And so it's like when you can't even decide if the person's at the highest level of the industry now, and you're comparing them to people that brought out royalty to their concerts, closed down entire cities, okay, have museums built about them, okay? And most importantly, did it in a time where social media didn't exist. They sold 1.6 billion albums in stores, not like, oh, I'm gonna go stream a song 30 times. All of those numbers nowadays are fucked. Who cares what do you want to know who
Drake's are probably decently accurate, I would probably.
Let me ask you this. Who's the longest running number 1 hit of all time?
Just came out, Logan. It did just come out. I saw this. What's your favorite song to sing? Old Town Road.
Yep, yeah, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. So if we rely strictly on statistics, we better bring Lil Nas X into the conversation on his being better than the Beatles.
No, because it's about, it's about consistency. And by the way, technically speaking, Drake does have more slaps than the Beatles. Wait. I think it's number one hits. But listen, you said a lot there. I want to break it down. Ahead. First, rhetoric and the words you used, and your I told you this, your listening comprehension skills need work, because to me, saying better and impactful are 2 very different things. I'm very specific in the way I talk, and that's why I said, like, why do you think journalists catch heat when they misquote somebody? You can't misquote somebody and change the sentiment of what they're saying.
What did you mean by better?
I'm not really sure.
Maybe 100%. Your speaking comprehension should improve, because you shouldn't use words that are so obligatory.
No.
That word's meaning better.
Obligatory.
Well, like
obligatory.
All right, so really quick.
No, but wait, I want to say this.
Go ahead.
Also, because Mike is right. The Beatles did a lot to change a lot of shit. And my argument was, and not to undermine that, not to undervalue that they brought royalty out and shut down cities and whatever. I'm saying, and by the way, changed laws too. I'm saying the world was extremely susceptible to change, and someone had to do it. The change was inevitable. The catalyst happened to be the Beatles. I'm saying now, and you said it, and now full circle, it's so hard to make noise and stand out and be the voice of the generation, the engine per se.
Something I think is very interesting to look at too is we're still observing Drake, in his prime. I was actually having a conversation about this right now, which this is wild. The Beatles split when they were 27 and 29.
Yep.
Drake is, how old is Drake?
I think he's like 30.
He's in his 30s.
31.
So I was talking to Charlie about this, and we were saying how impressive, 32. Even if he has somebody writing some records, right? How impressive is it that Drake has just not missed a shot? Name the last shot
That's
he's
what
missed.
I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
it's crazy. And he's not even done.
Everybody's
He's not
missed a
even
shot.
done. How far along is he in his career? That's what I'm saying. He could go down as one of the greatest artists of all time.
He's already 4 years past when the Beatles stopped.
But that's also that's side effects of being a group. So then you're gonna weigh like a boy band and a single artist.
Because like I said, my whole thing on it was, it might be like a lot of people called you uncultured after we had this conversation. It's hard. It's very hard for me to have this conversation and be open-minded to it. I do my best. Like when I look at the lyrics, some of the big ones that come up for Drake, I can't really see another squad trying to cross us.
Yeah, but okay.
Nobody really likes us except for us.
Doug.
Squad on that real shit.
Hey,
these motherfuckers are making songs about.
You can cherry pick all day long. You know what the song yesterday? You know what the song yesterday is about?
What?
A hangover. So easy, Tiger. Easy with like cherry picking.
We'll bring up the one that you think Drake is changing society with.
Which one out of the 50 number one hits he's had? Do you want me to bring up?
Any one. I'm saying what's your go-to for like what's changing the way the world is happening?
YOLO.
You only live once. That's the motto. Can't say it YOLO. That's your go-to fucking song to challenge the fucking Beatles.
I don't know. Seems like the chant of a generation. I say it all the time. Really makes you think.
God's plan.
You really own
God's plan's really
and
a good one. That God's plan.
God's
good vibes.
Bro, it really makes you think. Like you really only do have one silly little life on this stupid floating rock in the middle of space.
Same with God's plan. There's a good message in that.
And he said
it's just a different voice.
He's got him in a different. I'm just think about it. And by the way, maybe I am uncultured, but I believe. Comment below. We want to know what you think. I believe I've provided good arguments.
For sure.
For a conversation that is at the end of the day an opinion. And I think it's safe to disagree.
No, that's fine.
Do you think this can become solidified? It's almost like when we look at...
It's hard.
Obviously right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying sometime. Like when could we sit down and compare the two careers?
How do you compare it? Because here's... And these are the last couple notes I'll touch on it.
Yeah,
How
tough.
do you compare it when you're talking about people that sat down and wrote every piece of the music? They wrote every fucking lyric. They worked with... I'm sure they worked with some collaborators, but these are
obviously
musical geniuses.
So is Drake.
Dude.
He gets beats from Murder Beats. He grabs a sheet of lyrics
to do it at that level.
Why you do that?
Because this conversation's too hot and I had to put it out.
Do we have paper towels?
Listen,
Mike spilled his water.
and then my that's one thing. And then my final note, it's like I'm peeing on myself right now. And then my final note on it is I think the worst argument point you had was it was during a time when change was needed most. What was it that you said?
Inevitable.
Was inevitable. And you also said, and by the way, what's not inevitable about change being needed now? We've been having this conversation the whole episode.
It's true. I just don't think it's as clear as the change that was needed at the time the Beatles were around.
I completely disagree. I think we have just as many social problems as we do right now.
I agree.
In the country and in the world.
I think they're harder. I think it's harder to make those changes, and I think the solutions are slightly less obvious. Like inequality, which by the way still exists today. Inequality was much bigger.
There are people in other people in other protected communities right now who would agree that the inequality towards them is as crucially needed to be solved as it was against people of opposite colors.
Of course, and I'll acknowledge that. That's why I said it still exists today. I'm just saying, I would bet. This might be. I would bet most people would agree that it was probably much worse back when the Beatles were around. Like the protected groups you're talking about, like let's say the LGBTQ community. No. They were afraid to even be LGBT.
Sure.
Like
but they still are. They still are.
But less.
Yeah,
for sure. And then the last thing was the worst thing. The worst thing you said that really sent me to the moon was you said, well, it was during a time when people weren't as fuck, I want to say, you either said people are more talented now or they were less talented then. I can't remember what it was. And I started thinking of the group of people that the Beatles were up against on the come up. Hendrix, Morrison and the Doors, the Rolling Stones. These are quite literally, will go, because here's the biggest question. 20 years from now, my mom, I ride in a car with my mom. A song came out in 65. She knows every single motherfucking word.
But your mom was born in like 1955?
Let me finish, finish the point. Every single word to every single Beatles song that ever came out. In 20 years, are people going to be talking about, I got more slaps than the Beatles?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can say it, but once again, we don't know until it happens.
That's true.
Bro, I could play you a song from 1995 and you both of you inherently would know the words.
Yeah.
I'll look up top hits of 1995.
Oh, maybe not 1995, maybe 2000.
2000?
Yeah, I was 2
Gangsta's
years old
Paradise?
at that point.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Top hits of 2000, 19 years ago. I'm just saying, like, it happens when a song comes on.
Yeah.
You know every single word.
I agree.
Say my name when no one is around you.
Say, baby, I love you if you ain't playing games. Like, what the fuck?
Yo.
How do I know that? I was 5 years old.
I also made it very clear on Twitter that the whole time me and Logan were having the conversation, I was literally listening to More Life. Drake's my favorite. Quite honestly, probably my favorite rapper, and extremely influential and extremely impactful.
Yeah. That's why I think that your perspective of the conversation is cool.
He's a good liaison.
Yeah,
that I can have a
But
conversation
God
with.
dang, it's tricky, dude. Like when I look back at all those people where you couldn't even get into Liverpool, you couldn't even get into cities that they were in. The cities would have to close down because you couldn't get in.
But also,
this was an invasion.
But also,
bro.
do we know that? Do we know that? Or did you see a picture where like a street looked really crowded?
I mean, if we're not relying on visual proof nowadays, what more do we have? Are you saying they were face shifted?
No. I'm saying, like, do we know that, like, you couldn't get into Liverpool? I'm pretty sure you could probably get into
I don't even
Liverpool.
think anyone said that. I just made that up. But all I'm saying is,
well, you can't just...
No, I'm just kidding. There are photos of streets shut down. You had people screaming.
Your last tweet. Let's close this up. Your last tweet was the best, and I think you'd say it was like, which YouTube duo is having conversations about
journalistic responsibility and listening comprehension. Okay.
I just came in and said both of you are ridiculous.
And everybody else said that too.
Well, because we live in the same house, dog. And like, why do we talk about it in real life? The answer is Mike was on the elliptical. What's new? And I was in here icing my leg.
Nice.
And I said, it's not my fault. You're the most influential, impactful, and just better YouTuber, and you bought a fucking compound. And so now I'm 40 miles away in the backyard. I can't talk to you.
Yeah. I respect that.
Well, here we are.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see if Drake can pull it off. I think the fact that we're having that conversation is kind of cool. I
just hope I can still go to like his shows now. Cause Jake's friends, what if he's like, he does one of these to me? You know, when he does that thing with his hands, he's like, I saw you on Impulsive. I got more slaps than the Beatles. And I'm just like, my bad, dude. I grew up on Abbey Road. Like, what do I say at that point, dude?
I'm gonna look up this tattoo just real quick. Last thing. Yeah, check it out.
Is this real? Do we know if this is real?
It's kind of pixelated, but you see.
And it also looks like a 5-year-old. Like its arm.
I think Drake's looking back and waving at the Beatles.
Wow.
Something to think about.
By the way, it's a nice, cool flex. I like it. I'm not mad.
I like those tattoos with the caveman evolving. Yep. There's some creative ones.
Wow,
my favorite was the one with Mike with Yeezys.
Mike with Yeezys at the end of the caveman lineup. Or no, right in the middle. Yeah. He didn't evolve all the way.
Evolving.
Hey, here we are talking about Instagram models now.
Here we go.
Literally my favorite topic.
Now let's get into the real impact.
So we got the real impact,
the real world changing stuff.
I've been scrolling on Instagram, and a lot of the times I'm selecting profiles, people that I follow. I'm putting them on mute. I'm muting their posts and stories. Like I don't care what a lot of people are posting about. But I didn't mute this one girl because she's our friend. Her name's Olga.
Oh my God.
Olga, I hate to just put you on the spot like this, but Olga's a good friend of ours, like really good friend of ours. And she's been posting pictures like this.
Whoa,
like this,
Olga.
Like covering the classic, covering the face, like legs for days. Goodness. Posting this like like Olga, we get it. You got a great body. Here's one. It's kind of scandalous. Same mirror.
Really a fan of that.
What do
mirror.
you think's driving this? Did she have problems with her mans right now or some shit? This girl, by the way, I gotta say this from a true beauty standpoint. This girl is honestly one of the most beautiful girls.
Yeah, incredible.
Like Olga is stunning.
Like she used to always. I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know. I bring this up because like this is not Olga in real life, dude.
Does she need to come talk to us?
Olga, come on. This ain't you.
Well, yo, engagement is up.
Engagement's high.
She got 20.2 thousand.
That's 10% engagement.
Can you compare it to the last one where she had like a button down on?
That's a great call. Just what about?
Yeah, what about this?
Oh,
Yeah,
God. Bro, that's
gotta
a
show some
Because Instagram models, they know if they show a little skin, they get more likes. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty funnel.
This is really getting heated because one of my friends who's 20 years old, he started showing me friends of his that are now posting naked photos.
Naked.
Like covering just like the nip, but they're naked.
Yeah.
They're fully naked on Instagram. And I remember when we first got on social media, this was a pretty conservative place.
Yeah.
You know, like you didn't see tops off and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's bad.
I was checking in the Subway with my mom when social media first came out.
Yeah.
Posting
the
Subway.
sub. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, do you think I've said this before? I'm not much of a boob guy. I'm more of a butt guy. Do you think maybe there's a chance that I become numb to boobs because of how often I see them on Instagram? I absolutely. Actually, you know what? I'm answering my own question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think it's a fad, man.
Cattle prod
I
in
think it
your
could be a
neck
fad.
on that.
What?
Butts far outnumber boobs on Instagram.
I know, but
how could you say that? Butts are out everywhere. It's butt season.
That's true.
It's butt season. No, pull up this girl really quick that I.
Let me guess, bro. It's Julia Rose.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We're so close now. You're able to read my fucking mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She's a great example. All right. And by the way, I think she's shadow banned. Do you know about this?
What's shadow ban?
Oh my God. You cannot look up Insta models right now and their name pop up. Like try to look up Sophia Jamora right now. Like type in Sophia Jamora.
Wait, that shit happened. This is a real thing?
Yes, watch. Why is she not number one?
Wow.
She's verified and has millions of followers and you cannot fucking find her.
Shadow ban?
Look up Katie Bell. Look up all those girls. You cannot find them.
Why?
They are shadow
Why
banned.
is this?
Wow.
I don't know. Wow. Katie Bell either?
Katie Bell popped up.
Is her?
That's her, yeah.
Okay. Should I try me just as a test?
No.
Okay.
No,
wow.
Yes. How
You're
crazy
number
is
one.
that, bro?
What?
So like
That's crazy. What are they?
So like
why are they trying to drown these Insta models?
Maybe they just pissed off the wrong dude that has some power on IG. I don't
you
know.
can't even find her.
I can't even find her.
If there's a space after Julia, I think.
How you mean underscore?
Yeah, one of those, yeah.
Not good for branding.
Good God, dude. You can't even find the girl.
I can't even find
That's
it.
not
But
her.
oh my God.
No, but that's not her though. I mean, it's her, but it's not her page.
See, that's just
This is wild.
Like, why do you have your butt out while you're getting cereal?
Well, hold on. She's got a cool.
Like, hey, look, I know you love cereal, and here's my butt.
Look at the comments. What the fuck?
I want to fuck. Can you please?
And True Jordy commented right below this.
Oh
actually.
no,
I'm just kidding. Hey Jordy, I love you, bro.
Can you pull up her actual
you little
page?
fucking dog, you.
You freaky man.
Can you pull up her actual page?
Yeah, here I go to Google.
Hey, look,
Yes,
look at these
yes.
Apple
Rose.
Jacks. Now look at my ass crack.
Assel Jacks.
It's
All
underscore
right,
Julia
so
Rose.
you got to get a better idea of her vibe, dude. All right, you had her vibe
Yeah,
nailed down. Spencer. You had
lots
it.
of boobs.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
She is so. What she does is she challenges Instagram, and also just if you go down, there's one of her in front of the White House with her shirt off. Too.
I did see that. Instagram, I don't know if they like being challenged. It's a bit ballsy to me because in a way you're sort of, in my eyes, biting the hand that feeds you.
Well, she actually is a little bit of an entrepreneur. She started like a magazine,
My thing is
a Patreon magazine.
when we were younger, if we were caught looking at this stuff, or first off, probably finding this stuff was on an adult website, right?
Bro,
absolutely.
To me, to a kid who's like 12 or young, even like 15, like younger, this is like porn.
Absolutely.
This is porn.
Yeah, for
Absolutely. The first porn I ever looked up, I was with Jake. I remember, big old box computer. I typed in.
Big old box.
I typed in.
and on a computer. Wait, what?
I typed in girls' boobs.
Oh yeah, you told me this.
Yeah.
Girls'
And
boobs.
what came up again? It was a YouTube video, right?
No. It
YouTube didn't exist.
shit.
No, it was just pictures of girls' boobs, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
girls' boobs. But now,
Exactly what I searched for.
exactly. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And now, bro, it's on Instagram. You don't even need to type in girls' boobs.
Yeah.
Just go to the nearest Insta models page.
Yeah,
Do you
but
think that's where the shadow banning is coming from?
it's definitely
be?
Instagram driven. It's definitely Instagram driven for sure. They're probably saying, listen, like this girl's technically not breaking our community guidelines, but we're gonna shadow fuck her.
This is
Just
the
whatever you want. Does that work?
this is the interesting part though. Like you always, Logan, you talk about it comes down to bad parenting, right? If a kid is looking at things.
Be easy, dude. Like boys want to see boobies, dude. Like good parents.
Well, no.
bad
I'm
parents.
just saying that's an argument out there, and
Sure,
it's tough because even if you're a parent, if a kid has a phone,
Wait,
they're
hold on, hold on,
finding
hold
some
on.
boobies.
Oh,
dog.
I talk about bad parenting, not in this context.
Right.
I don't think it's bad parenting if your horny little 13-year-old boy looks up Julia Rose to whack off to 99% of the pictures on this page.
By the way, one other two cleanup things really quick. One, we look at this and we're like, this is porn. Don't even get us started on Twitter. Don't even get us.
it is.
Don't even get us started on Twitter.
It is porn.
I had a girl on the night shift. Shout out the night shift. Find me on YouTube or some shit. Okay, I had a girl on by the name of, I'm not even going to say her fucking name because that's how worried I am. I had her on. She's going to be on the next episode, episode 13. And I went on her Twitter the other day and I looked up her Twitter. Can I say this?
No.
Not even in a pun. From a pun.
You could.
I got this. She was producing a man-made river into the mouth of another female river.
This isn't a pun.
River.
She was peeing in another girl's mouth, and then they were swapping the pee. And like,
Why is that okay on Twitter?
On Twitter, you can do anything.
Yeah, how did
So
that
it's
happen?
crazy. Oh, and then also one really
I'm
quickly.
shocked that that's still going on.
Nuts. One other final note. That's the last time I mentioned that girl, or we put her thing on the screen.
Except for the night shift coming up.
Julia Rose.
Yeah, because how much fucking press are we gonna give this girl, bro?
Look, dude, we're having conversations. She happens to be the subject of this one. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. People, I mean, first off, different type of human, man. I rue the day where I'm drinking someone's urine. Ain't for me, man.
Yeah, not
Ain't
for me. I'm gonna say that. It is sterile from what I hear.
And she's 19 too.
Dodgeball.
And then swapping it with another.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is sterile. Apparently
Yeah,
the taste is good.
but
And she's the sweetest fucking girl.
it doesn't make any sense.
It's interesting,
dude.
dude.
Lamar Odom posted this. Did you guys?
What wisdom do we got from
Do you know?
Lamar?
So Lamar Odom, we had on this podcast, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Is that true?
It's not true.
I thought it was.
In anyone's book.
He posted something that said he's one of the top, like.
Oh no! I hope you don't end up word fucking yourself here.
No, I'm not.
You better get the exact word.
He was a great basketball player. Let's
Yes,
just go.
he was a good basketball player,
Let's see
yes.
the image.
He said this. It's an image. Here's the image. Met up with Garrett Johnson today with Fight the New Drug. This guy blew me away. Ran 30 marathons in 30 days to bring awareness to the harmful nature of porn. I learned a lot from Garrett. Did you know sex trafficking and porn are inseparably connected? Fuck porn. # porn kills love. Why did I not know that? Is that first off, is that?
What do you mean? You didn't know what?
Why?
I mean, like he.
no. What? Everyone's shaking their head. What?
Yes, porn is a direct link to sex trafficking. Has a.
I can see that. I can believe that.
I can believe it.
but
I just like help me.
I highly doubt in the places that we're watching it, who we're watching, and where we live. Because by the way, when Riley comes over to hang out, or Unsaid Girl that I talked about before, they're driving over in a goddamn Mercedes or some shit. They just left their house in Calabasas. These girls are cleaning up out of this $90 billion industry. They haven't been sex trafficked. They haven't been coerced by anyone. And so I'm sure they are linked, but like what level of porn? Like the porn stars I frequent with, hang out with, they're living life.
No, it's an interesting conversation. I would love to read about this if anyone has any articles or anything, because it was a little interesting. Because I pictured like Riley too, and like
She actually drives a
I'd be
Subaru.
I'd be interested to see what she would have to say about this. But yeah, she drives a Subaru.
She doesn't want to spend her money on stuff like that.
Well, because you got to invest in your future, man. That private Snapchat can only last. I give it till like 30 before you turn into dilapidated.
No, because then you just do MILF porn. You get like another 20-year run now because MILF porn's so
I don't know
hot.
if Riley will ever look like a MILF. Dude.
She's so.
You know what I'm saying? Just a young face.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan just wrote on his trusty whiteboard. He said, "Porn impact sex life." So
how does porn impact your guys' sex
we've
lives?
talked about this before. I'll say it again. I love this story.
Yeah.
When I was young with Dad, don't watch porn. Don't do it. And I was like, all right, yeah, Dad, I love you. And I'd
You
do my
turned
best.
Australian?
I love you, Father. And so I didn't. And then, you know, I got a little older, like maybe 16, 17. And I started just like, not like avidly watching, but I'd come across porn every now and then. And my dad said it would make me have unrealistic expectations for what girls would do
This is great.
in bed.
And normally it's so true, but then you became
Normally
one of the
it's so
biggest
true.
stars in the world, and now it actually happens,
Bro,
dude.
because I got
porn
this
create
clout.
that?
I got this clout. I moved to LA,
And it
all of a
happens.
sudden, double glucks are on every side road,
Three
bro.
at the same time,
Did
dude.
porn create that?
Maybe, but is that a bad thing? Because I love the double
But
gluck. Shout out Caller Daddy girls. And by the way, happy birthday,
Alex.
Alexandra.
Yes, man.
Love you. She called. I said happy birthday. This is funny.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I was looking up some links between sex trafficking and porn.
Porn, yep.
So the university.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead. What
I
do you
said,
got?
holy shit, happy fucking birthday. You got us among fuckheads. She said, thank you, you delicious sex pot.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's
You
great.
guys seem to have a pretty.
Sick banter.
That's
Is it all
it's wholehearted.
plutonic?
It's Pluto.
Nice. Congrats.
So the University of New England had a pretty comprehensive report on this, and one of the journalists said, as long as America's men are being trained to think that violent, disturbing pornography is sexually acceptable, an enormous clientele for sex traffickers is being created every day in homes, college dorms, and apartments
Yeah,
across the
so-
nation.
yeah.
So that's what he said.
I could buy- I could buy it.
Use the word violent, bro. Like I ain't watching violent.
I never
porn.
do.
Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the weird.
But it's the like domination over
Yeah,
women
yeah,
that
for
is
sure.
creating this paradigm. It's not even, it's perpetuating it, right? It's perpetuating the paradigm that men control women.
Yeah.
And over 99% of the sex trafficking victims right now in the world are women.
Do you think?
So
do you think it's
there
fu-
are definitely direct
Do you think the
traits to
funny-
that way of thinking or connections, I mean.
Do you think the funny part of that whole story is that it's exactly the opposite, because in the porn industry, men don't get paid shit and women make all the fucking money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's such a weird juxtaposition of the story
Yeah,
you're
you're-
telling
right.
and the truth of the matter.
But it's because the demand.
Women do not get paid a lot. You see Mia
Mia
Khalifa came
Khalifa
out.
is the one fucking outlier. Like, relax, dude.
Mia
She
Khalifa
did
came out. She said she made
12,000. And by the way, she did fucking 4 videos. She did. If you imagine you did 4 vlogs, how much would you expect to make? Like
Right now, or when I was on Google
No,
Preferred?
when you first started. No, when you first started, you just made 4 videos, then bounced.
Spencer, do you watch porn?
No, I don't.
Well, you got that girlfriend who's dope.
I do, and I've definitely had. There's been time periods where I've watched porn and then I've realized like, no, I don't. This is bad, and then I'll go do it again like after a while, and then no, and I've cut it out. I've cut it out for a while,
Yeah.
and I just noticed through my life, it's like it's not sustainable to me. And it's not like
Because
it's
of
not
bad
realistic.
broadband, like Wi-Fi and shit.
Yeah.
You're not able to
I just
stream long
can't
enough.
get
the deal.
1G and like 4K. It's tough.
Oh, by the way,
The
that's
Wi-Fi in this house
terrible.
is-
And I'm in the top corner of the room.
Yeah.
You should, because I do generally intake 1 to 3 videos a week.
Hey, by the way, Mike watches porn in 240p. And I feel
Because I have
feel
to.
bad. I know.
I have to, because the Wi-Fi doesn't reach that corner of the house. And so every time I am watching Riley, Bella, Luna, any of the girls that I'm a fan of, I have to see them as pixels.
Here's
and they're just little fucking pixels.
That's
They're
sad.
pixels. It looks like Pac-Man
Mike,
is getting fucked by one of the ghosts that's eating the little drops around the screen. It's horrible. I'm
I
in
feel bad for
240p. Sometimes it sinks down to 160 and I'm just watching a blob, 2 blobs interact on the screen. What's good? Where the fuck is the Wi-Fi?
You
dude?
need to call Spectrum. Spectrum immediately, and that's a very powerful case.
We're working on it. Hey, Danny, when are we getting the fiber? Danny, come on. You said in a month, 4 months ago.
You say that guy's
James-
name one more fucking time, and I'll break my computer.
Yeah, here's my last note on the
I
porn
got one
situation.
too.
I got
That's it.
one.
Yep.
Okay, so there's what I've come to the realization.
Did you
No
use the
pun
word
intended.
cum? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
No. Yes, pun intended. All right. Is that there's a difference between making love and just fucking. I'm just gonna say it.
Absolutely.
Well,
There's a strong difference.
you're in a relationship. I bet you can vouch.
But
sometimes it varies.
100%. You still want to do that, right? You still want to get your freak on. Shout out True Jordy.
Yo, him looking, Spencer looking around like.
I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, it's fine, dude. He's protected, bro. He's good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Easy, champ.
There's a difference, though. Okay, there's dude.
Why is this show so good, dude? Do you ever think of that? Like, even while we're recording it, like, it's just how do you compete?
I'll
with
tell
this
you what
shit?
I think about. I'll tell you what I think about. No offense, Adam Carolla, but I think about how when I went on Adam Carolla's show and I was like, this is one of the most boring things I've done in my life. Watch my episode on his show. And by the way, Adam seems like a good dude.
Is it your episode? Because come on, dude, Adam Carolla is from the Man Show.
So how long?
Like one of the biggest,
but how long does that hold up before people are like, wait a second, yo, this shit's fucking boring?
Because you may say the same about an NPR special. One of the best NPR specials I ever listened to was a 45-minute monologue, one person talking about how it was possible to cook microwavable pizzas in the dishwasher. 45 fucking minutes. And it was very interesting to me. You may think otherwise. So let's not all put all the people in the same pot. There's a crowd out there that loves Adam Carolla. Shout out Adam Carolla. You're a fucking legend. He's easy. Before you never get invited on another show, we can't cross promote our goddamn podcast.
Yo, do you know how much I've benefited from like being on other shows? You know,
we get it, man.
No,
You're God,
no.
bro.
What? That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying we as individuals, and this is something I've learned over time as my 5+ years in entertainment and digital media. We as individuals and ourselves as the creators hold the most power as far as like who we're gonna become. Not like reliant on like, and it depends who you ask, but like collaborations, yes, great. But every time something great happens in my life, because of a piece of media, it's like we made it. Yeah, we did it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Anyways,
the last point I was gonna put is I think porn is a stages thing in life, unless you're like some crazy dude that's just his whole life. Like I remember from like 16 until like my mid 20s, like I was watching a lot, and now I use porn solely as a not a recruitment tool. It's slightly sometimes.
A recruitment tool for the night shift.
The recruitment tool for the night shift, and also just for my own selfish pleasures, yes. But number two, and the biggest one is as a, it's almost like say you had a marathon coming up. You train for it. Like every day you hop on the elliptical.
Yep.
It's just me clearing out the tubes, bro. Like I don't want to be in those situations where I'm like 20. Like I gotta get. Like I don't want to be.
It desensitizes you.
Exactly.
It desensitizes
That's what
people.
I'm getting at.
That's where it can be dangerous. So shout out, hey, if you're out there and you're thinking about not jerking off, you don't have to.
But also shout out Greg Lansky. I love your work.
That was a good PSA,
what a great
wasn't it?
PSA,
that was
dude.
good, dude.
If you're thinking about jerking off, I want you to know you don't have to.
You don't have to. You
don't
really
have to.
You really don't have to, okay? There's a route out.
Yo. I read a comment on last episode. By the way, if you haven't seen last episode,
What's wrong with you?
And it said, it's funny how on the 100th episode, we were talking about, you were talking about me being a sex addict. And on the last episode, I'm saying I'm 100% asexual. Like, yo, life is about waves.
Yes. And we traded.
It's about waves.
We traded places because during the 100th episode, I was chilling and now I'm out of my fucking mind. I can't, like, I'm losing it. Dude.
Sometimes the way out of the wave is just realizing you are addicted, though.
Did you use the word addicted? Like, what's going on with the puns right now, Spencer?
No, but like if you're like watching porn and you literally can't go without it, like you're in bed and you're like, I have to watch porn. Then it's like, and you realize, holy shit, I'm addicted to porn.
By the way, that's
and
real
then
deal.
sometimes that was the moment for me where I stopped. I was like, I like finding things that I like think I need and then finding out I don't need it.
Like food and water.
Yeah.
That's
I haven't
true.
been eating or drinking for the last 17 days.
Wait, did you get to a point where you were like, I must whack
Hey,
it? Like,
yo, guys, we got to move on.
Stuck in the dick
I'm
sand.
stuck in the dick sand once again.
I must whack it.
Well,
Can we have this very quick conversation? Boys only episodes. What the fuck is good? What is?
I've been thinking the same
I
thing.
literally every day go to sleep, and the last thing on my mind, and the first thing I wake up in the morning is, when's the next Guys Only episode? It's the only thing I want to do. Have we gotten to a point where we need to go to one fucking guest a week? I'm not asking you to. I'm asking that. No, I am.
We should ask you guys.
Dylan's shaking his head. No.
He's shaking his head no, but you look at the views on the Guys Only episodes.
It makes it special.
Makes it special.
It's true.
Makes it special.
Yeah, but
makes it that exclusive.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, us three, we could do this shit 7 days a fucking week and pop 500 to 750K a day.
Not if we don't have
It's
clickbait.
like what if you watch porn once a week versus twice, and then that one is more special.
Yo, enough with
Listen,
the
I'm
porn.
advocating for 7 days a week, okay? So whose side are you on?
Look,
here?
we need some sort of clickbait. Does anyone have something that we can talk about? That's
I don't
gonna
know.
drive
How
these
about
views?
any of the things we talked about today? Amazonia burning, porn addiction, Lamar Odom being the best basketball player of all time.
Amazon Fire, porn, and
Beatles.
Drake versus Beatles.
Like, what do you need? What else do you need? And we got another 50,000 topics for tomorrow. We do the same shit. But instead, we're going to interview somebody who plays with fucking caterpillars.
Who?
I don't know. I just made that up. What the fuck? Can't we just run this shit ourselves?
Hey, you know
Let's
who we
go.
have coming on next week? You know that girl who just popped off on YouTube and lives in the bus?
Yeah.
She's coming on, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, she's dope.
I told her she got a pet snake called Alfredo. He's white.
Yeah, I made that.
He's a
Yeah,
white
I
snake.
made that happen.
I said, no, you didn't.
I told you that you wanted to come on the show because Studio 71 told me. And then you reached
No,
out.
you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I pulled the text up.
I think I could vouch for that. He
Who
was.
cares, bro? I don't even know why I said it. It doesn't matter.
Listen, the point is, she got a pet snake named Alfredo. I was like, bring the snake on. She said she can't because the snake is shedding. He's got an
So what?
agenda. He's got an agenda.
The frick?
He got to shed. Hey, I don't do phone calls. You guys in that? You guys
Hate
on that
phone
wave?
calls.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I don't like phone calls if someone's really just being too persistent. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just say it. My dad calls me 5 times a day. Dad, you know I
What?
love you. Dad, you gave birth to me. I used to be a sperm of yours, but I don't do phone calls. I'd much rather just text and get it out of the way really just quick on my schedule, my agenda. I got texts right here just lined up for days. Mike has 278 unread messages.
Want to know one of the most tricky things too? I don't know if you guys have this situation,
281,
but we got WhatsApp, we got Telegram, and we got text. And there's some people who are like, hop on Telegram. I'm like, how many of these apps are we
that's a
going to be
real
on?
thing?
Yes.
It's because it's like that international talk.
Right. And
WhatsApp.
people don't want stuff getting stolen, I think.
Yeah. Oh, true. But yeah, man.
What is the right time to call someone?
so? Okay.
like,
So
for
this
example,
is important.
yeah.
There's value in this conversation.
Because, like,
I
think
have an
about it.
answer.
Like, Charlie Jordan. I'll use this example. Charlie Jordan has texted me the past 5 days, every single day, to say the following. I need 4 more pieces for my couch, for my Love Sex Actionals, to make it a 4 and 5 to an 8 and 10. And every day I read the text and I say to myself, this is not even top 20 on priorities right now. And I put my phone back down. Shout out Charlie Jordan. I love you. But
you're really fast, too.
And by the way,
Quick.
the way, partially because she already has a couch. I already got her one. Like, so I'm not super amped to get her.
she's double
just
dipping a
wants
little bit.
more.
Ah.
And so like, at what point does Charlie say, you know what, this motherfucker, like not even the main host of the best spot, like, no, I'm calling him and get on the phone with me. Like last night, Candace had the similar issue at Hyde. She didn't even call me. She came and attacked me at the club. She saw me at the club. She punched me in the face.
Wow.
Shout out at Candace, about a love section.
couch?
The couch is 6 weeks late because it was back ordered because she got the charcoal velvet.
I don't
fucking.
Yeah, that's a big
I'm
mistake.
not sure
on
I'm
her
familiar
end.
with this
Shouldn't have
girl,
gone with the
Candace.
velvet.
Oh, Candace is great, dude.
Almost at 1 million. Shout out. All right, but
It's interesting the persistence in some people. That's what I do admire is the person who's like still texting you after you haven't replied for like 6 months. Has that ever happened?
Well,
For sure,
emphasis
for
too.
sure.
There's like 1 or 2 people that just like they'll do
Dude,
anything.
Yeah, but sometimes that's been me. I won't go 6 months, but
Yeah.
I've quadruple texted before.
Yeah.
On like a girl or like whatever it is. Maybe it was like even trying to lock down a guest for Impulsive. And
Yep.
I do it in a funny way, like classic Logan, like I deflect with comedy because it lightens the mood a little bit versus me just like being the guy that's just like
Yes,
poking
yes,
you.
yes.
I'll tickle you.
It definitely
I'll tickle you a little
dampens
bit.
the mood when someone gets pissed. You know what I'm saying?
What
like,
do you mean? Oh,
like when people get really actually pissed.
Hey, I've
You're
tried.
like, you ignored
I've tried,
2 of my
I've tried
texts.
texting you multiple times. I need you to understand.
Now it's just disrespectful.
But at the same time, like maybe that's them gathering 1 million people for the march. Like, you know what I'm saying?
give
And
you a
actually
hint.
taking action because otherwise I'm just gonna keep putting my phone down.
Here's a life hack. Here's a life hack. You send the first text. It gets left unread, on scene, whatever it is. They don't respond. They ignore you. Text 2, say mom? Question mark.
I do that sometimes.
Say mom,
Lunch.
You could say lunch. Text 3, dad. if
That's so good,
If
dude.
that hasn't worked,
You're fucked.
no. You got one more shot. Text 4 should be like a little bit like, hey, I don't mean to bother you. I do know you're not either of my parents. It's just like a joke. But
That's
and then
good.
back to your original intent.
That's
and then
good.
after
I like
that,
that.
give it up.
Give it up.
I've done that before, and it's worked. I think it was with a girl, like this was like 2-3 years ago, and it worked, bro. I closed. Like,
Yeah.
don't give up on your dreams, kids.
The nice thing about living back in like the 50s, like when Mike was
Just
in his
born.
prime, people could kind of like approach you on the street. That was the only way they could really get to you, right? But now it's like you have 75 messages a day. You got WhatsApp. You got 14 notifications coming in per second in your Instagrams. It's overwhelming. I think I've had this happen in the last week, so I'm glad we're talking about it. People have gotten a little pissed at me for not responding on time. And I'm like, yo, if you just knew what was going on in my life right now, I can't say this because I
But you
sound like a dick.
Like, read the unread emails.
Mike has 140,902 unread emails.
140,000. I have 281 unread texts. That does not include my other Gmail or my business on the talent side. There are literally days where, by the way, Scooter Braun's like money guy texts me, and it just gets lost in the abyss. It's never like I intentionally am ignoring you. It's just I think you're probably feeling the same thing. I cannot keep up.
Can I
Ever,
can-
bro.
I want to put a request out to Apple right now. Is there a way?
Priority.
No, just like, is there a way to mark a text that like maybe you read it and you're like, I need to respond to this later, but it takes a little more brain power than me just shooting up something off the cuff right now. Like
that'd be so great.
Like
That's
flag
dope,
it
yeah.
or like
you can only
respond later.
When I swipe right, it just says hide alerts or delete.
Yeah, right. It's tough. Like I'm surprised I haven't come up with that yet.
Yeah, that's weird. That would save a lot. That would save a lot.
Remember that girl, Danny? The
Our
one that-
assistant.
Yeah,
She was great. She's gone now.
She
huh?
left, dude.
oh,
Oh,
really?
she went to get Mike more water. No problem.
This has been great.
This was good.
Are we still going?
Yeah, it seemed. Yeah,
I mean, has it been an hour?
it's been 2 hours, I think.
Hour and 5? I just want to talk about this one thing real quick, and then we can go to the audio only, which is going to be great.
True.
Dwayne Johnson tops Forbes' highest paid actors list again. Do y'all have any idea how much money he made?
I'm gonna say somewhere in the 80 million.
Mike?
80 million. It's somewhere in the 80 million.
Okay, good guess. You're both right. $89.4 million.
Good God, that's like 73.6 billion euros.
That's
You are on today.
astute observation.
You are on today.
Okay. Chris Hemsworth is number 2, 76.4 million. Robert Downey Jr., 66 million.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop you here. Is that Jackie Chan at
Yeah.
number? The dude hasn't made a movie since '67.
Not in America.
No.
Not in America.
Oh, it's global. It's the global list.
He's balling out, dude.
Yo,
he has
Jackie's
made
a
some.
beast. I will say this though. I'm actually surprised at how low this is.
89.4.
And I'll tell you why. $89.4 million is a lot of money. But Dwayne Johnson is one of the biggest stars on the planet. And mind you, I would bet he makes more money. He probably makes another 50 million from sponsorships,
Yeah.
endorsements,
More.
partnerships. I don't know because a lot of his partnerships, bro, like Under Armour, he just partnered with Voss.
he gets $700,000 per episode on Ballers. That's insane.
No, but that's part of this.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
He's an actor.
Yeah,
For sure.
Oh, I thought it was just
Absolutely.
including his movies.
No, for
Okay.
sure. So I'm saying he probably makes a decent amount of money of his partnerships, but all right, how do I say this without sounding like crazy cocky? Coming from someone who's like tasted like millions, tens of millions of dollars worth of income.
Yep.
And by the way, me being like 22, 23, 24, like still
Yeah,
a child.
Crazy.
And I see this and I'm like, I just feel like he should be making so much more money. Because, all right, think about it. When you're an actor, you're an employee. How can he create something that is a standalone business that will make him a billionaire? How will Dwayne Johnson become a billionaire? He's on his way. I think he's on his way.
He's working on like tequila.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I'm wondering how many like Under Armour partnerships and Voss partnerships. How much stake do you think he has in Voss? That's where I think he's going to make his. I think his. Yeah, I think $7 production. I think his production studio is going to be the big breadwinner.
He's getting into international business too, like working in China.
Yeah.
The other question too, a lot of times is don't always assume that the person wants that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people on that list right there who are completely happy with their income and they don't want to dabble in building new businesses.
One thing I'd be interested to see.
I'll use DJ as an example. Like it's very clear this man just wants to like take over
for everything. The world. But I'm just saying, like, for example, someone who's not that far below him, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, true.
RDJ, dude, he's chilling. He's Iron Man. You think he gives a fuck about a new sock company that could put him in the billionaires rank? Maybe he doesn't care. All I'm saying is this, that. And then the other thing is, it saddens me that this list isn't flipped.
This is crazy.
Hold on, let me tell you why.
Well, let's.
You have had to. Fuck, I hate saying this, but you have had to belt loop my arms and my legs and drag me to the motherfucking cinema to watch a Dwayne Rock Johnson movie. They are terrible. They are terrible. And I am so sorry. Please don't beat me up. And I'm sorry to Universal. The last Fast and Furious was watchable, but they are horrible. The movie Rampage made me want to eat my own shit. I don't know how else to say it.
What about the movie made you want to go eat shit? Curious.
Logan knows the one line. He'll say it right now. He'll say it right now.
They hopped in a helicopter from like a 120-story building, and the helicopter didn't work, and the building was collapsing, and they fell 120 stories. And when they landed, they got out of the helicopter, and they go, "Wow, I can't believe we survived that." By the way, one of 100 cheesy lines. And we all took notes, and one of my notes was like, how many cities can Dwayne Johnson say before he's like, this is the same movie? There was why are the monsters covered in this? Like, I don't know. This is a horrible example. But the point is this. The story arc and the narrative needs a bit of work.
Let me think about this. Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness. 7 pounds, 7 pounds.
Yeah. Well, this is 2019.
Hold on. I'm talking about career here. I Am Legend. These movies are the dude. You watch him and you're like, this man is a walking, acting legend, bro. Paul Rudd, comedic genius. Adam Sandler, me. Bradley Cooper, Silver Linings Playbook. What I'm getting at here, the final point is this. This list and why Dwayne Johnson is above Will Smith is the same reason that Drake is better than the Beatles. Full circle, right back, bringing it home to the taste of today's social climate, okay? People want to watch Dwayne Rock Johnson control a Black Hawk helicopter with his arms. Okay, and then get off the tractor trailer and say, I can't believe that worked. Neither can we. Neither can fucking we. When Will Smith is changing the goddamn game with these fucking movies and people are just like, yeah, man, but The Rock Johnson did beat a man to death with a large stone in that last movie, and that was pretty cool. Let's give him all the fucking money.
Yeah, it does show what kind of content people want to consume. What do we got here?
I have the notes that I wrote down for Rampage. I'll just read 3 of them. Did Dave & Buster's pay ad money to have their arcade destroyed? I know there was a prominent 100%. Dave & Buster's and it just got fucking obliterated.
Of course.
And they did pay?
Of course.
Incredible.
Yeah, they had to.
How many cities does Dwayne Johnson have to say before he realizes he's doing the same movie over and over again? After falling 85 stories and crash landing in a helicopter, DJ was quick to proclaim, I need a drink. How will he be able to process alcohol if he still has a bullet lodged in his liver? There's more here, but...
It's just I don't know, man. It's Skyscraper?
Hey, but go watch it. Skyscraper I heard was worse. Yo, that dude could probably do a lot of push-ups. All right, guys, thanks for watching Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. We're going to audio right now on Spotify and iTunes. Thank you for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. If you're not subscribed, hit that button. Audio only, Spotify, iTunes. We freaking love you. Impulsive out. Because we talk a lot of
Dan Bilzerian.
shit. Wait, what?
Just because so let's just dive into this really quickly because people are asking on the night shift a lot. Supposedly, from what I've heard, Dan's mad because of how Katie and Amanda were portrayed on the night shift.
Oh.
I didn't do anything wrong. And by the way, I've never hooked up with any of the Ignite girls, at least not the top tier. And so, like, I'm curious as to why Dan has this, because the last thing I need is to not be able to get into that fucking Halloween party.